Thank you for your interest in NeuroDB. NeuroDB is an ENP-focused master data management solution that can help organize all your data in a way best suited for your needs today. It is extremely scalable and flexible and can be easily configured to work as one or all of these modules within your organization. If you have some of these modules in place, for instance, if you have a well master that you're happy with or a document management system that you would continue using, NeuroDB can seamlessly integrate with it while still serving the functions provided by the other modules in the management system. Let's take a look at the well master. You can store all your basic well header data, including the API or EWI, the operator, the name, the status, KB, TD, the location information, the advanced location information, township, range, section, if you're working in US wells, for example. We have loaders that will load all this data in either from ASCII files or from vendor data such as IHS or other databases if you're currently using those. We can also bring in top markers, be it both vendor supported tops which are being supplied by a particular vendor or by different geologists who pick tops in interpretation systems. You can load those in and still manage all the tops for all the wells in your database. Deviation data for well bores can be imported into NeuroDB and can be used to create well bore paths in ArcSDE, for example. We also store production test data, so IPs, perforation, drill stem test, completion, core, as well as your monthly productions that you need. The well log module can store well logs in any format: raster, both depth calibrated and unstructured, digital logs, LAS, LIS, DLIS, a physical inventory of your paper and film logs that you may have in your data rooms can still be integrated into your well log repository. NeuroDB utilizes crawlers with which you can quickly find and load documents from workstations and corporate servers. Additionally, we can connect to different vendors like A2D, MJ, MMS, as well as other log databases, be it project databases like OpenWorks or master databases like LogDB. We can connect and import logs from there into NeuroDB. We also support automatic, interactive, and batch indexing mechanisms to quickly organize unstructured data. For an end user, this is how it would look. They would be working in their application system, for example ArcGIS, and they could still select a few wells and see all the data they have for those wells in NeuroDB. Double click on it, you can bring up information about it. You can open the log, you can see if it's a physical log as to what box it belongs to. If it's a digital log, you can see what curves are available with it, as well as log header attributes on which you can query. With the well file system, you can go beyond just storing your well logs. NeuroDB can help you organize and access your well reports, maps, cross-sections, field reports, any type of document that is helpful in geological analysis. We have focused tools for cataloging documents and storing them as structured data, in addition to storing unstructured data in the database as well. So again, for an end user, it's at a click of a button. They can access all the reports, all the graphs, maps that they have associated with a particular region, a particular play that they're working in, and quickly find all the data they need to find oil and gas. Once you have all this data stored in NeuroDB, you can utilize the data quality management module to manage and improve the quality of data you store in NeuroDB. It includes a certification module that enables you to define and implement your QC processes that can then be monitored within the application. There are digital signatures available which enable the use of quality data. Let's take a look at a simple workflow. Say for example we're scanning logs into NeuroDB. Every log that is being scanned typically goes through some QC process. In this case now, you can outline the steps for certification and assign them to different users. Each user completes a particular task. For example, checking the physical inventory, checking the resolution, the clarity or scale of that log as it goes is scanned in, and the supervisor can manage the progress of the particular QC project. As that happens, a color-coded grid is available for the user to see what's complete, what's behind schedule, what's in progress, what hasn't been started yet. Additionally, once the entire process is complete, a supervisor can add a digital signature, which is then associated with those logs, reports, or that well. And any user can bring up a certification status report that shows the data on what was the process used to QC this data, who were the individual users responsible for QCing each task, and who is the user who has certified this as good quality data. This is very important because, say, 5 years down the line, people tend to forget why this data was brought into the master data store. The data quality management module gives you a framework to start storing not just the data but knowledge around that data, which made that data valuable to the organization. For users who do a lot of work orders with the data in a database, we have the work order module under the business process management framework in NeuroDB. This allows us to create user-defined work orders and use the inbuilt project management and messaging applications to allow the implementation of standardized business processes. So administrators can define company-wide templates which would be used by every supervisor in the company to create, for example, digitizing work orders. In this case, they create individual work orders and assign them to users with specific delivery dates, saying we need these tasks to be completed by these dates. The whole process is then completed and monitored within NeuroDB. They complete the work order and managers can track and see what's the status of completion per log being digitized as well as the entire project. This allows a company to start storing the information about that data, things that have happened to the data, work orders that were completed around that data within their data management system, and becomes the first step towards true knowledge management. Let's summarize the advantages of NeuroDB. The first one is of a more efficient workflow. If you look at a traditional workflow, it requires collecting field data, data from vendors, legacy data, loading it into your project database, doing your G&G analysis, getting your results, finding more oil and gas. The problems with this workflow is that tomorrow when you want to start a new project, you will go back to the field, collect new data from vendors, collect legacy data, and then QC it again. You keep spending time finding this data, you put it in here. All the editing you have done here is not available for other users or other projects that you may have in place. The new workflow with a corporate repository like NeuroDB enables you to collect all your data from different sources into one central data store. You QC the data here, you preserve it here, and deliver quality data to your G&G application system. The other critical piece is, as you do your interpretation and come up with your final results, now you can store those results back in the database, because today's results are tomorrow's data. Since NeuroDB is built on PPDM, it leverages open data standards to be vendor neutral. All data stored in PPDM can be delivered to any application system. There is nothing proprietary in the data model being used. The advantage of this is tremendous for most organizations today, as every organization has hybrid interpretation and data management solutions in place. There are different technologies being used across different divisions. Even for the same interpretation, people are moving to have multiple vendor applications being used for analysis. There is source data coming in from different vendors as well. It's important to be able to prioritize these sources and load in the data so that you have the best available data being delivered to your G&G applications. So in summary, what NeuroDB offers is the ability to get the data when you need it, reduce lost time and lost data, eliminate rework and repurchase, improve data quality management and work orders in your data management system, and ultimately enable you to find more oil and gas. Thank you. We appreciate the time you spent looking through this presentation. If you have any questions, please email us at sales@neurolog.com or go to www.neurolog.com for more information. Thank you.